we're going to hope it doesn't break my Discord again. It seems to still be working. Say something.
I can't speak.
Okay, then mime something.
Let's see. Let's see if the sound's working, because that is the important part here. You don't need to hear me. We just need to make sure the sound's working.
Well, we kind of do need to be able to hear you, since you are voicing a couple of critical characters in this drama. Notably, that guy whose name is in the fucking title.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
all sounds are good.
Okay, just as a warning for the live audience, my Discord froze. My Discord froze up and stopped delivering audio to me, like twice now before starting this session. So, if I lose Starburst at any point, I'm going to try restarting my Discord again. Let's cross our fingers and hope it doesn't happen.
Cross our fingers.
Alright.
What does not open a bit?
Alright. Gua Justice for All, Episode 3, Turnabout Big Top, Part 2-1, Trial. Shall we load the selected save data?
Yes, Yes, Your Honor. Voice acting. I don't remember what characters I am sometimes. I'm gonna look at Max.
You have a jug of water on standby, right?
Of course, yes.
Okay.
A jug of water? I don't have a glass. Do you think I need a jug?
You don't even have a glass?
No, I said
I usually
only
have a
have a
tub.
glass. Do you think I need a whole jug of water for this?
It wouldn't hurt.
I actually have a tub.
A tub of water. Wow, you getting a bath?
You're not part of this
No,
outboy.
for drinking. No, what?
Good morning,
Fuck
Max.
you.
Good morning, Max.
Good morning, Emma.
Max? Milk. What? If I don't have a glass of milk before I go on stage, I just can't function, sweetie. Stage? Don't worry, there won't be a stage. All you have to do is sit down. I guess. Nick. Max is really stupid.
Huh.
That's understandable.
Hey,
What?
my sweeties!
Well, what?
You don't think I should fly, do you?
Huh?
No, you've got to make a good first impression. When I enter the room, maybe I should fly in and warm up the crowd a little. Just set them on fire.
No. No. We can't be having you flying around the courtroom. It just wouldn't be right. Imagine if you hit someone. You'll have
Yes,
other
that's what I'm
charges
going-
then.
Yes, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hit them with my flamethrower. Don't
Hell
worry,
yeah.
Max. Just do what Nick says and everything will be okay. Oh, sweetie.
Was it this time, Max?
Why don't you try flying into the courtroom?
Ellipsis.
I can see it now. The dashing young lawyer flying fabulously in from above. One glimpse of that and everyone in the room will be on your side. Max, really, no one needs to fly today. Nick, what's with that look in your eyes?
I like the sound of that. Dashing young lawyer flying fabulously. Or that makes the headlines the next day.
And now the case of one... Your Honor, get on with it. Oh, sorry, I just realized that the defendant's name is Billy Bob Johns.
So,
Well, isn't the defendant also known as Maximilian Galactica?
yes, Your Honor. He does often go by that name.
You know, my grandchild is a huge fan of his. I think everyone here wouldn't mind if we called the defendant Maximilian Galactica. It sounds more friendly.
I wonder if that is to our advantage.
I hereby legally change the defendant's name. Miss Von Karma, your opening statement, if you please. I hope you didn't bother thinking you'd win this one, Mr. Phoenix Wright. That spirit channeling trial was a sham. I refuse to acknowledge its legitimacy because I lost. It did not count! Did you hear me?
He must be so upset about what happened last time.
No, she's totally over it a normal amount, Phoenix. You have no chance. Zero. Zilch. Nada. I am not losing this case. Why, you ask? Because it is not in the nature of a Von Karma to lose at anything. Just being born with the name Von Karma is a free pass to be arrogant and annoying. Watch and learn, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I'll show you the textbook procedure for proving how absolutely guilty you are.
Me? Guilty? What are you talking about?
It will be my ultimate revenge. But it's not like it'll bring her dad back. There, opening statement complete. Now, let's hurry and wrap up this waste of time. Very well.
Okay.
You may call your first witness, Miss Von Karma.
This bitch looks like she's salty about her Game Boy game getting taken out of Castlevania. What do you call it? Canon.
Outbot. Detective Dick Gumshoe, get up there, now! Sorry to keep you from work, as I'm sure you need every penny you can earn, Detective. Don't mention it. It's no trouble at all. I've been looking forward to this. Very well. I would like you to begin by shedding light on the events in question. At your service, sir. All right, Detective. You may proceed with your testimony. Details of the events. The night of the crime, snow was falling until 9:40 p.m., making it extremely cold out. All of the circus performers were gathered in the Big Top to practice their routines. The practice session broke up around 10 p.m. The murder itself took place in the plaza in front of the lodging house at 10:15 p.m. The victim was found bent over a wooden box that is a doornail. The cause of death was blunt force trauma that snapped a vertebrae in his neck.
Oof. Ow. Ow. If you did die from that, ow.
I see.
Yeah,
He was
the
beaten to
vertebrae
death.
is- If you're
Here's
saying
the
that,
autopsy report
ow.
for the victim. The court accepts this into evidence. Autopsy report added to court record.
Russell's autopsy report. Time of death 10:15 p.m. Cause blunt force trauma to the back of the head.
A blunt object. That reminds me of weed. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may begin your cross-examination.
Alright, time to press him for everything he's got. Yes, Your Honor. I'm going to poke him.
Ow, what are you poking me for, pal? Ow, ow, ow. The night of the crime,
Press!
snow falls.
Let me ask you about the snow.
What snow? It was nearly a blizzard up until the time of the crime.
Did it pile up?
It wasn't such a big deal. Maybe about 1.5 inches was on the ground.
Blizzard going inch of snow. Can you imagine that? I can't.
The snow froze in place and stayed on the
I
ground
think
until the next
NA
day.
is perfectly wrong.
The snow. Let me see. There's got to be more to this.
Yeah? What's the matter, Nick?
I need to take a look over the court record. Do I?
I'm
I don't remember.
I'm guessing this is what Phoenix is thinking about.
Yeah. Probably more than 1 inch of snow.
Yeah, I don't think anything else in the court record currently relates to weather.
No. No, obviously it's a surface map. What do you mean?
No, obviously it's Franziska Von Karma. She's so pretty. Mr. Gumshoe,
What were the members of the circus doing on the night of the crime?
All of the
So the
circus
rest-
performers were in the big top.
When you say all of the circus performers, who do you mean?
Everyone but the dancers and staff were there. Regina the animal tamer, Mo the clown, Ben the ventriloquist, and of course the defendant, Max Galactica, and his victim, the ringmaster. Oh, I almost forgot. Regent the tiger was there as well.
Out of curiosity, what about the circus monkey?
When I was investigating yesterday, he happened to snatch my wristwatch. Remember when we found the monkey's hoard and Maya said, "Wow, look at this really cheap-looking wristwatch."
Poor Gumshoe.
Detective, you are welcome to file a police report after these proceedings.
Practice session broke up around 10 p.m.
After the practice was over, where did everyone head off to?
Space. Regina was playing with Regent, while Mo went back to his room tired from work. Ben the ventriloquist went to the front gate absorbed in his own world. The ringmaster and Max went off to the ringmaster's room to talk privately and maybe make out a little.
Talk privately and maybe make out a little, huh? That's awfully suspicious. And juicy. You wouldn't happen to know what they were talking about and making out about, would you?
It seems they were negotiating Max's salary.
I hate this. Oh, it's so funny. And actually, Max was asking for Regina's hand in marriage. Or maybe the ringleaders.
The murder itself took place in the plaza in front of the lodging house at 10:15 p.m.
Wasn't that hearsay?
I'd like you to be a bit more specific about the events at 10:15 p.m.
Okay, not a problem. We've got a witness that told us how the whole thing went down. Ow! This is totally meaningless. Time to move on.
Alright, we'll just have to revisit that testimony later. Detective Gumshoe, would you mind telling us how the victim met his end?
A wooden box.
That's right. The victim must have been carrying the wooden box when he was killed.
Carrying the box, huh?
It was a rather strange wooden box, Your Honor.
What do you mean?
Well, it was much heavier than it looked. Not to mention it was locked.
Locked, you say?
Wooden box added to court record.
Wooden box. The victim was hunched over this 20-pound box. It boasts a small but strong lock. This may
What was in it?
be my only chance, so I might as well ask some questions.
About the contents! Ask
About-
about the contents!
About the lock. About the contents.
Okay, so about the lock.
No, Mikey.
Was he even able to open it? We don't know. About the contents. What was it? Drugs. Do you mind telling us what was inside that box?
Well, when we found the box, it was locked tighter than Fort Knox. So we took it back to the station and cracked it open. All that was inside was this little bottle.
Bottle? What is that,
You were
detective?
right.
Exactly what it looks like, Your Honor. It's a condiment bottle.
How weird. What's inside the bottle?
It's filled with pepper.
Pepper. Why in the world was it locked in that big box?
There was only one little bottle in that huge box. I don't buy it.
I wonder if that has some sort of special meaning. Like, I wonder if it's symbolic of something. Small seasoning
Like a
bottle
calling
added to the
card.
court record.
Small seasoning bottle. Found inside the wooden box the victim was hunched over. It contains pepper. Press! Might as well. According to the autopsy report, the murder weapon was a blunt object, correct?
You've done your homework, pal.
You haven't found this murder weapon, have you?
The police are searching for it as we speak. My theory is that it is something the perpetrator ran with.
You would think so, especially since you didn't find it on the scene.
Very good,
No,
Judge.
no, no. I bet he made it disappear with magic. Ho ho ho!
Oh, oh, oh.
Well, I think we have a good feel for the details of the event now.
I guess that's all we're gonna get out of Gumshoe in this case.
I mean, all we're gonna get out of him is that little bottle of pepper? Lame. I wanted at least a few bucks. Now that we have wrapped up with the detective, I'd like to call my next witness. Well, I'm not even off the stand yet, pal. Obviously, but that's due to you being slow and unable to take a hint. Nobody likes you, Scruffy. I don't know, but wrapped up has such a mean sound to it. I'm a sensitive guy.
Thank you very much, Detective Gumshoe. You may step down. Miss Von Karma, call your next witness.
I would like to call Mr. Benjamin Woodman, who's stabbed.
Oh god.
Wood.
Josie talking about Ben the ventriloquist and his puppet.
Wonder if Trillo will show up on the stand as well. Remember, Starburst, you're voicing him.
You fuck. Here it goes.
Please state your name and occupation for the record.
My full name is Trilloquist. I am employed as a tick.
Operatic tenor.
Yeah, thank you.
Excuse me. The witness called from the stand was one Mr. Woody from Toy Story, ventriloquist.
It must be cutting off your circulation. I said I was a fucking singer. But you don't believe me. Fine, I'll grace you with a song.
No, not again.
Me, 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 me. The world of the law, exciting and daring, guilt or innocence. Decided by a judge dressed up like a woman. Well, what do you think?
It had a good rhythm.
It's just the lyrics. Leave something to be desired, as to speak.
Trillo, you know better than to insult a judge. Ow, ow, ow. Ow, ow, ow.
Shut
What
up!
a
Just look
fucking
at your nose,
pussy.
you fucking dimwit! You would think you have the sense to fix it, asshole!
Ow, ow, ow. Trillo, that's very rude. Ow, ow, ow.
It's so like they want to punch you in the fucking face! On the off chance swelling would help. You know your nose is the reason you'll never be an A-list star.
Ow, ow, ow. Ow, ow, ow. Trillo, you know I'm very sensitive about that. Celebrities must really enjoy saying everything that flashes into their minds.
What's going on here? Order! Order! I demand to know who the witness is. Don't worry about me, sir. I'll let Trillo handle this. I'm not worried about you one bit.
Ouch. You won't get anywhere trying to figure out this fitness. Now, let's proceed.
Karma
you
is
witnessed.
mean.
Practice over, I left the tent with the clown. Once we got to the lodging house, I ditched him and went back to the plaza's entrance. That's when I saw Max heading towards the scene of the crime.
Look, you can see his face so clearly in this shot.
Oh yeah.
He was the only one heading that way. How could that punk not be the killer? Look. Then the police showed up and took Magic Boy away.
You saw Maximilian Galactica heading towards the scene. You're sure of that?
Without a fucking doubt, he had on his silk hat, cloak, and the dumb white roses on his chest.
That's all three symbols. Remember that now.
How can you mistake someone with that crazy get-up and his nose stuck up so high in the air that's up his ass?
And of course, only Maximilian Galactica can wear Maximilian Galactica's three symbols.
Of course.
That's enough. I think we all get the picture. Just one thing. You said you ditched the clown.
That's right, dress boy.
Well, since you weren't with him, couldn't that mean the clown committed the crime?
He's got a point.
I don't think there's any actual reason to suspect him. I just always am looking for any excuse to lock up clowns. They creep me out.
He agrees.
What a shame. It was a nice theory, but that clown can't be the culprit, unfortunately. We'll have to pin some other crime on him.
Why is that?
Here's absolute proof.
A silk hat.
This was found at the scene of the crime. It belongs to the defendant. Ergo, the defendant must be guilty.
Okay.
Ah.
Without question, he was wearing his signature hat during practice. If the clown was the murderer, there would be no reason for this hat to be at the scene. It's not like anyone would try to frame someone else for their crime or anything.
Well done, Miss Wonka. Your prosecutorial skills are unrivaled. Well done.
Da-da-da-da. Thank you for stating the obvious. Mr. Phoenix Wright, what do you have to say?
Okay. I guess she's the boss again today.
What you witnessed. Cross-examination
That's him
time.
for what he's worth.
I left his head with the clown.
The clown. You're talking about Mo.
Of course I'm talking about that old fuck. He's so pathetic I can't stand him. Just a little bit of exercise and makeup is running all over the place. Once practice is over, he was 9/10 of the way to kneeling over for good.
Keeling, but okay.
Oh, Keeling. Poor guy.
We didn't have any choice, so Ben took him back to his room. When it comes to being a first place loser, that guy's ahead of the pack.
Then what happened?
No, I ditched him. Why the Plaza's entrance?
I was waiting on a pizza delivery. What do you think?
To do some thinking, of course, fucking.
It was awfully cold out that night, especially with all the snow around. One thinking in your nice, warm lodging house had been a better idea.
Mr. Phoenix Wright, I think you should leave the thinking to the witness.
But I'm a good thunker. At least my teachers always said I was. The serious look on his face.
That's why I saw Max being a fucker heading towards the scene of the crime.
How's your head feeling, by the way, Ben?
Are you sure it was really Max Galactica?
Of course I'm sure, you fucktard. How could you mistake someone wearing such a snobby three-piece get-up?
Snobby three-piece get-up.
Get the wax out of your ears! Lawyers nowadays, you're like talking to a brick wall. Max's three-piece get-up. Jeez, could you be any more dense? All together now, come on now.
Silk hat, cloak, white roses.
Thank you very much.
Nick, I think you should put a little bit more effort into preparing your questions.
He was the only one in that way. How could the punk not be the killer?
You saw Max and only Max, right, Trillo?
And it was definitely Max.
That's right, and that makes him the killer. Get it? There was only one person headed that way that night.
That makes quite a bit of sense and makes Max one sus character.
Does it actually, Judge? There's more to this story than meets the eye. Is there something amiss in this? Ben
No
only saw
problemo.
Max. No problem. There's proof it was Max. There is proof. There is no proof.
Okay.
No, there's.
All right. So which one are we going with? 1, 2, or 3? 1, 2, or 3?
Ben only saw Max. I guess we'll just go with that.
I think too. Just there is no proof it was Max because fuck you.
It's a bit strange, don't you think? If it's wrong, it just circles back anyway, because we're not in the part where it's going to lose things. So doesn't really.
I legit don't know how this.
I'm not sure what the evidence is right now. So.
Outboy, I'm just gonna point this out. The point of this playthrough is for Starburst to play through the game.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
a bit strange, don't you think?
What's strange, fucker?
You only saw Max. Doesn't it seem like you should have seen someone else as well?
What? Where are you going with this, Mr. Wright? Who else do you suppose this witness could have seen?
You want to make a guess, or
Oh! If the ringleader and Max were going back, then it would have been the ringleader as well, right?
you want to try?
Yeah.
That's the victim.
That's correct. If Trill was at the entrance to the plaza, he should have seen the ringmaster as well.
Obviously, the ringmaster arrived at the scene of the crime before the witness could have seen him. Anyone with sense could have figured that one out, picky boy.
What are you talking about? The ringmaster and Max went together to the ringmaster's room.
To make out. Is that according to the defendant? A likely story. If Maximini Galactica was supposed to be in the ringmaster's room, why was he, just as the witness stated, at the scene of the crime?
Yeah.
I see. It seems that at this stage I have no reason to doubt this witness's testimony. And there are clearly no conclusive contradictions.
He's right.
A brilliant judgment, Your Honor. Now, let's move along with the testimony. Trevor wouldn't happen to have an ulterior motive for incriminating Max, would he?
No, not at all.
Would he?
No, not at all. What do you mean? Well, Max is part of the bitter love triangle with Regina.
Where both of them should be in prison anyway.
Which is probably why Max conked him over the head.
Yeah, just so our boys up to speed. 21, 31, 16.
Oh god.
Jail for both of these fuckers for 1,000 years.
But yeah, we all acknowledge that in this game.
Wait.
Nick, wasn't Ben the one who got knocked over the head?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know anymore.
So, is this game set in Japan or
California.
California? Oh, that makes it worse.
Yup. I'm surprised it's not Alabama with these things going on.
Well, none of them are related to each other. That's why it's not Alabama.
Press. The clown. You're talking about... wait, did I mean press the statement? No. You can skip it.
I guess it looped around.
Okay, I think we did
You
that.
didn't press this
That's
one.
Yeah. Around what time did the police arrive at the scene?
I suppose that would have been around. Hey, what time was it, fucker?
Ow, ow, ow.
Huh? I think it was around, I'd say a bit after, 10:30 p.m. Think.
It's at 10 p.m., so you hung around the lodging house the entire time?
I guess that sounds about right.
Wasn't it awfully cold? I can't believe you just stand outside in that weather. Unless you're a vampire or something.
Well, the truth is, I kind of am a vampire.
Will you shut up, you big-nosed dope? Why are you telling him anything extra?
I'd rather have a big nose than no nose.
Why can't you believe that we just stand outside in that weather? Jeez! Some people's children.
Well, maybe you were waiting for someone?
What? Who said we were waiting for someone?
Mr. Phoenix right. We can all do without your offhanded series.
But this witness, he's cracking under pressure already. I'm onto something.
Mr. Wright. Who do you suppose the witness was waiting for out in the cold that night?
to be, it was obviously Maya. Obviously.
Obviously.
Of course.
I mean, come on.
Of course, it was Maya Fey, Your Honor.
It wasn't Regina at all.
Yeah. Yeah, Ben realized the error of his ways chasing after a 16-year-old girl, so the 31-year-old man decided to pursue an 18-year-old instead.
I mean,
Shut up! Oh God.
well, if he was waiting outside in the cold, it was for this person. For the one person. And one person only. He was waiting for the animal tamer, Regina. I can tell. I promise.
The
I
aminal
doubt it.
tamer.
The
Tamer,
animal maven.
What? You're waiting outside for Regina to come back to the lodging house. Am I mistaken?
I'm not talking to you.
Trello, talk to the lawyer. Is this true?
Well, you can't really ask me that question.
Who cares who I was waiting for that night? What's important is what I saw! Don't you forget, fuckers!
Well. The puppet may be a bit stiff, but he's right.
All right. There's obviously a reason why this witness was there that night. He spent all that time waiting for Regina to arrive. Moreover, even if someone else would have walked right in front of him, I doubt he would have paid them a second thought.
That makes perfect sense.
What did you just say?
I said that makes perfect sense.
The witness saw the defendant at the scene of the crime.
However, he did not see the victim on the way to his eventual demise. If you accept that, then you must accept that there is a high likelihood that he could have missed someone else other than Max heading to the Ow!
There is absolutely no proof that the witness was waiting for the animal tamer. Shut up, puppet. I'm making a point here.
I guess you got me. Fuck. Alright, I'll spill the beans for real this time.
I am
Please
a
do not-
pedophile.
Please do not.
I am a pedophile.
Please do not spill the beans over the courtroom floor. We just had them waxed.
It's
Why am
true.
I laughing
I
at
was
that?
waiting for Gina.
Pain.
Don't volunteer things.
Mr. Quist, tell us the truth this time. And I mean the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Were you, or were you not, waiting for Regina, who is 16 years old, at the entrance to the lodging house?
I was. I want to marry her. I was going to propose to her.
Oh God! Shut up!
You were what? Waiting to propose?
What's the matter? You think that humans have an monopoly on marriage? Shut the fuck up.
Yes, we invented it.
That the matter of puppet marriage is not under review in this case. This is not TED 2.
It's just like I'm gonna deal with this shit today.
You're
But
the judge.
pedophilia
I mean,
is.
look at your horrible fucking outfit.
More pain.
Thanks to your bumbling, my perfect plan is not so perfect anymore. Now we have to waste time getting to the bottom of some silly proposal by a silly puppet. Oh, the proposal.
Don't be so surprised I was going to propose to Regina. I even had something to give her.
My dick!
I kept it in my pocket, waiting for a chance to propose and give it to her. Oh, it would have been quite the night, I tell ya. Of course, I also had it in my pocket that night. It was a present for her. In the end, I wasn't able to give it to her, so I've still got it in my pocket. That's not true.
That's not true. I've already found the contradiction.
You were going to propose. You, A puppet?
Don't be so obtuse! Just because I'm a puppet doesn't mean I can't fucking love, you fucking turd!
You know what? No, you're wrong. You can't love. You're made of wood, and I'm going to ignore what the text that's on screen right now because ew.
Actually, yeah. Okay. Actually,
Wait, what? Hang on! I'm just reading it now. I wasn't even reading it for a sec. What?
Okay. Oh my god.
I had to take a screenshot of that because I have to send that to Jolly after. And show
I
Jolly
gotta
this,
do
what
it.
this
Hold
game
on.
is like. I hate this game so much.
Oh my god.
Can we get past this? Like, oh my god.
Okay, which year does this game set it?
Why? Why is this like this? This game's usually fine. Why is it doing this today?
Okay, game was made in Japan, so honestly, I don't want to
Japan.
learn it.
What? Yeah. What year was this game made?
It'll probably say on the title screen if I reset it, it'll probably say like copyright date, three separate copyright dates on
Oh
the
my
title
god,
screen.
just
But
Google it. Just Google it. Just Google it. When did
This-
Phoenix Wright
Exactly.
from
I mean, what?
2001?
At least Phoenix. Thank you, Phoenix. His honor is looking a little less honorable right now.
Okay, Mr. Wright, please continue with your cross-examination. Gotta put up with so much shit whenever this guy defends somebody.
Who made this?
what was with that sign at the end? Capcom.
I wonder
Pass the
what
proposal.
what would happen if they made a case like this today? I don't know.
They wouldn't.
Oh,
Well,
they would.
they
would
would
really
make a
try
case.
and-
They would make a case like this today, but they either wouldn't have Regina be 16, or they would probably call out Max and Ben and be like, gross.
Yeah. I already know what statement. It's the one where he says the ring's in his pocket, but we have the ring. So
Lock these fuckers up, man.
yeah, and then we just present the ring. I think anyway. If that doesn't work, well, I think that's what we have to do though. We got the ring.
Here we
It
go.
has the
Here.
Tina.
All right, let's go for it.
The 7 minutes later, do we have to press first? Okay, so do we have to press it? Because I know this is probably the evidence.
All right,
Maybe we have
let's
to
try
press
it.
it. So you were still thinking of trying to give it to Regina.
Of course I am! I spent 3 months salary on that thing. I'm not gonna give it up that easily.
I wonder how much he receives for appearing in the circus.
Probably way more than he deserves.
How about it, Nick?
Which is like a
I
penny.
think it's about time to unwrap this toy's testimony.
That's the spirit, Nick. Give him hell.
Judge has that dazed and confused look again. Maybe he should get out more.
A puppet trying to propose marriage. What will they think of next?
Yo, touch grad.
Yes, maybe we do press it. I thought the last statement would be where we presented that too.
I did press it, so, and it didn't make a new statement happen. So,
Oh,
let's just press them all.
let's press the whole thing. By proposal, you mean proposing marriage, correct? To Regina.
Who is
Of course
16?
that's what I mean! What kind of stupid fucking question is that, you imbecile? I wasn't going to propose that we become... I wasn't going to propose that we become some sort of outlaw biker gang together. Like, jeez!
You should, though. That would be cool.
Right, Ben?
Yeah, outlaw biker gang puppets would be cool.
Got it? That's the truth. The whole fucking truth.
I even had something to give to her. My dick.
What was exactly that you planned on giving her?
My dick.
My wood.
You know exactly what I was going to give her, numbskull.
My dick!
The
My
one thing I
God.
could find that could match Regina's beauty.
My dick!
My
The longer this press goes on, the funnier the statements get when you add my dick to the end of them. Answer his question. What was it?
My
Michael's dick.
You're gonna die when you hear this. It's an engagement ring. My dick.
Engagement?
Ring?
Oh my.
Those two nearly fell out of their chairs. I mean, this is pretty fucked.
Mr. Phoenix Wright's jokes have gone too far. He knows we don't get chairs. Time for this to end right here.
Francisca's whip looks like it's about to lash out at almost anything. One hit from that thing will probably shut someone up for a long time.
Pain equals bad.
Push on anyway. It may be something of a joke, but this is a historic moment.
The first time that a puppet has ever proposed to a human. I advise you to cut this argument short.
I advise you too, Phoenix.
I'm going to have to agree with the defense here. Will the witness please revise their testimony? Specifically about the engagement ring. I'd like to stick to facts, not sociology.
Be sure to enjoy swaying the details, especially for a man in a black bathrobe.
I didn't feel like putting on pants today. What of it?
I just imagine him with
Press,
white
I guess.
boxes and red dots.
Press it, I guess.
You want to present? You want to press on it? You don't want to press? You don't want to press it?
Yeah, but let's press on it first.
Okay.
I don't know if the prompt's gonna come out after I press it or not. An engagement ring.
Uh-huh. It's actually a diamond-shaped stone cup from glass. You hear that, unrich fucker? Even more brilliant than the real thing. I think Regina is going to love it, like she loves my dick.
It's just a ring.
What's the matter, Nick?
Well, there's got to be something I can catch him on. I don't know what statement to present. No.
I think it's the last one now that we've clarified that. Now that we've
Okay.
clarified that.
So
he's
it is-
referring to the-
So it is the last statement, as I thought at first, but it's
Yeah, but
but-
you didn't know that it was an engagement ring yet, so no, that was wrong.
so now we present the ring.
Hold on, guys, hold on.
We're holding. Okay, that's enough holding.
See, this is bullshit. I knew
Yeah.
what it was to begin with. This is bullshit.
Yeah, that's not really intuitive. I just remembered just now one of the most bullshit answers one of the most bullshit answers in the series that had me going, "Oh fuck you, game!" when I looked up the answer is in this case.
Great, cannot wait. Trullo, do you mind if I show you something?
Something being my dick.
I don't-
What is it?
What are you talking about?
Uh-oh. Looks like they're going to double team me now.
Oh my.
Gaping. God. Do you recognize this ring?
That's mine! Give it back, thief! Thief fucker! Give it! My dick!
Can you just testify about this very object? I believe you said...
In
In
the end,
I
I wasn't
wasn't
able to give it to her, so I've still got it in my pocket.
Why then do I have it right here?
What is going on here?
That... Ben! Say something, fucker!
Ow, ow. Don't put me on the spot like ow, 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 like that, Trillo. Ow, 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 ow.
found us in Money's room.
Money's room? You mean a room they put money in? Like a bank vault?
The monkey is gonna get what's coming to him, you hear?
Mr. Quist, I would prefer if you avoided slandering innocent fiats in my court.
Well, Your Honor, Money really is a monkey in every sense of the word.
Ah, I see. Well then.
Money likes to go after the shiniest things that he can find and gather them up.
Shiny things? Like that crab from Moana?
Trilo! When was this ring stolen from you?
Well, I suppose it was that time. You know, that night, the night of the crime.
What did you just say?
Details. I need more details.
Well, it was stolen right after Max showed up at the plaza.
Right about when you saw the defendant walk past, correct?
Well, I guess you might, be able to say that. The ring might have, well, it could have been taken around that time.
Ooh! Oh, yo! Ooh!
Man, what's wrong with you, fucker? Oh, whatever. It has nothing to do with anything, especially not with who committed the murder.
It's not for you to decide what has to do with what. Now, Trilo, back to the topic at hand.
I haven't made a thing, not I, Mr. Trilo Quist.
What did you do with the ring when the ring was taken, Trilo?
You know exactly what I did. I chased after that ring, snatching monkey money.
But you weren't able to catch up with him, were you?
It's all this slow, loafy fool called Ben's fault. He's a slow fucker, you see.
Ow, 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 Triple, that hurts. Ow, 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 stop, stop.
While
Ow,
he was
ow, ow.
fumbling his way through the snow, that dumb monkey was able to get away. Dumb fuck.
That is indeed an incredible shame.
Is it? Well, this does indeed prove one very important point.
Prove an important point. What point could that possibly be? Ben doesn't exercise enough. I can open the save menu while this is up. We could see what Ben doesn't exercise enough gets us.
Want to see it, please. I just want to see it. Obviously, that Mr. Benjamin Wood was lacking in the area of exercise. This is clear from the testimony we have just listened to. He was too slow and awkward to catch a monkey fleeing through the snow. This revelation doesn't seem to be venturing too over in the courtroom.
Maybe you should leave the courtroom drama for video games and rethink that one.
Okay.
Okay, should we reload or should we take that damage? Well,
I might as well just reload.
trick question, we're reloading.
It has one flaw. There's a huge contradiction in this witness's testimony.
Contradiction?
The witness just testified to the following effect. Yes. Up until the police arrived, he didn't move from the entrance to the plaza. However, the witness just said that he chased after Money the monkey. When the witness was all chasing Money, there was no one watching the plaza.
What is the meaning of all this, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Where are you going with this little theory of yours?
I'm saying that there is no possible way that this witness saw the plaza the entire time. That's where I'm going with this little theory, which leads me to my next point.
What did I miss?
It is entirely possible that someone other than the defendant was at the scene.
We found out
shit,
that
no way.
we found out that Ben is out of shape.
Interesting, Mr. Wright.
Well then, tell me this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Do you have any proofs that something slipped past this vigilant ventriloquist?
Well, he obviously didn't see the victim, the ringmaster, arrive on the scene.
However, that doesn't change the fact that he saw the defendant arrive, and also that I am very pretty.
You are very pretty, but the witness is lying. He is blinded by his rivalry with Max.
Oh, you think I'm pretty? Thank you.
Well, the defense's argument does hold water. This witness does have a history of animosity toward the defendant.
How dare you, you fuckface! I wouldn't lie just to get that dork face in trouble. He's not even worth it. Yeah. I saw him, no doubt about it. I saw that worthless fucking liar.
Well, just for clarity's sake, let's flesh out exactly who you saw on that night.
I told you so many fucking times, Drew. You think you know my story's not changing.
But it has.
He said after his story has changed 3 times.
Yeah. You've already changed your story, stick boy. Stick boy? I'm sure
Boy.
more.
My dick.
My dick!
After this trial's over, I'm turning Trillo into chopsticks.
Oh my god.
Where there is one lie, there are usually many more beyond it. I read that in a fortune cookie once.
Exactly, Maya. That's why we have to keep after him.
Yeah.
Witnessing Max. Gosh.
What?
I'll give you that I was waiting that night for Regina. Fine, I admit it. But that doesn't change the fact that I saw Max in the plaza that night. He showed up there and had been waiting there for about 5 minutes. I said good evening to him, but he didn't even acknowledge my presence, that bastard. I'm actually sure it was him. I saw Maximilian Galactica at the scene. There's no way I could mistake someone wearing those 3 ridiculous symbols.
Those 3 ridiculous symbols that only Max could wear.
Somebody else wears them, they explode.
So that means money didn't show up until after you saw Max?
That's
Yeah.
right. Money ran up less than a minute after I saw that fucker.
The money snatched the ring, and you went chasing after him. My god,
You
after I
went
do that voice, everything becomes...
No. They were chasing after him.
You went chastising after him.
How long was it until you came back to where you were waiting?
Well, let's see. I'd say about...
I suppose 5 minutes, I think.
So the victim could have arrived on the scene in that 5-minute stretch.
Mr. Rutt, please proceed with your cross-examination.
Alright, time to press him for everything he's worth. Poke him.
Ow,
Stop
stop
us.
poking
I'll
me,
give you that
Mr.
with
Wright.
Wayne the night
Ow.
for Regina.
Ow! Why did you poke me, Mr. Wright?
So you were only concerned with waiting for Regina that night. That means you probably wouldn't have noticed if someone else showed up.
You should think about how many eyes I actually have, fucker. I actually have 2 in my ass. I've got 4, you know, 4. O-U-R. Counting Ben, of course. With that many eyes, do you really think something would have slipped by me?
4 eyes is an awful lot of 4 eyes is an awful lot of attention directed at one area, I suppose.
Yikes, that does it even more dangerous to our case than Tree.
What do you mean? Trillo is a real boy. He can see.
But that doesn't change the fact that I saw Max in Plaza that night.
So you saw Max coming out of the big top that night.
Of course that's where I saw him coming from. Do you have bugs for brains? I was staring at the entrance to the tent the entire time.
I guess that makes sense, especially since he was waiting for Regina.
Yeah, that makes sense.
He showed up after I had been waiting there for about 5 minutes.
About what time would you say these events took place?
You're one of the dumbest people on the planet. You can't figure out yourself. Do some math, you fucktard. You already know the practice finished probably at 10 p.m. And you already know that I went to the lodging house right after practice. You don't need to be a brain surgeon to know around what time it was when I saw him. Just add 10 more minutes. I'm sure you can do that. Now, what time was it, fucker?
Indeed, what time was it? Please do the math for me, Mr. Wright. I'm very, it's my worst subject.
I'm very brain dead.
Let me think about that for a second.
Yo, I'm no good at
Math.
It was 10:10 p.m.
Are
My
you-
favorite Naruto character.
Oh yes, that sounds about right. That's totally right. I'm not checking out my calculator. What are you talking about?
Pulls out the calculator.
It sounds about right because that's the time that I saw Max on the scene.
No, I take it back. The judge doesn't use a calculator, he uses an abacus.
Fuck. Yeah. Yeah.
I said good evening, but he didn't even notice me, fucker.
I won't hold it.
So you testified that you said good evening to Max that night.
You must enjoy asking incredibly obvious questions, don't ya? You say good morning in the morning, good afternoon during the day, right? Unless you don't, you uncourteous fuck. It's obvious that I say goodnight to someone at night. What then? Yeah, something that?
Ow, 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 ow.
Let me guess. That's not it, Trillo. You say good evening at night. Shut the fuck up.
Ow, 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 I'm sorry, Troll. Ow, ow, ow. Ow, ow, ow.
Mr. Quips, I would prefer if you kept your ventriloquist act outside of the courtroom.
Possible. The performer lives and breathes his performances. You should know better.
I'm just following in the footsteps of my acting idol, Jared Leto.
There's gotta be something wrong with this bit of testimony.
Ben's half of the comedy action.
This evening greeting. Hate to say it, but Ben's part of your little act is coming off a bit stale. I'm sure that if a pro was.
Ow!
You're not trying to pass yourself off as a professional performer, are you? Don't get so wrapped up in yourself, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You should know better.
Ow! 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 That hurts!
That should have set it straight. You may proceed with your testimony, witness.
So you sure it was him. It was Maximilian at the scene.
You are 100% sure of what you just said.
I told you already, jeez. I am 100% fucking sure.
There's no way that he could be any more confident than that, right?
Press. Going to speak. 3 symbols. Those 3 ridiculous symbols, huh?
Out of curiosity, exactly how many times have you asked that question by now? Oh, I'd say probably 69. If you're gonna ask
Nice.
again, answer for the course. Everyone together now.
Silk, cloak, white roses.
Thank you very fucking much.
Maya, you didn't have to join in, did you?
But it's fun shouting out with everyone else. has to be a hole in his testimony somewhere.
I agree, but do we have the proof to make something stick?
All we can do is try, right, Nick? Gotta have something that'll prove useful.
Alright, time to go to work. Okay, what was that statement that had multiple answers? I can't remember.
I think it was this one.
Yeah. We don't need to read through again, but I just want to see what the other answer is. We didn't do the evening greeting one, so I'll do that one. Isn't that a bit strange to you?
What do you mean?
Well, if you hate Max so much, why would you bother being nice to him? Strikes me as somewhat strange.
Why would it strike you as strange, you uncultured fuck?
Exactly. How is it strange to be cordial to one of your co-workers? Says the woman who repeatedly whips Phoenix every time they're in court together.
I see a lot of hypocrisy here. Well, it was simply just being cordial to a coworker I wouldn't understand.
She's a brat, but I love her.
Why?
Oh, that
would you
hurt.
love him?
Because have you seen her? She's very pretty. Maybe you should think of
Oh,
having some
you're right,
proof
she's
before your
very
lips start
pretty.
flapping next time. Proof is everything in
you're
this
right.
world. You should have learned that back in grade school, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
There's no reason a Trullo would ever say something nice to Max. But how do I go about proving that with the evidence?
Let's find out. Does the
Because I'm
attorney's
attorney.
badge does the attorney's badge prove that Trullo would never be nice to Max?
No.
Does the Magatama prove it?
No.
Does this photo of their boss dead prove it?
No.
Okay. Does the silk hat prove it?
No.
Does Max's salary prove it?
No.
Does Max's promo poster prove it?
No.
Okay. Does the map of the circus prove it?
No.
Will Money the Monkey testify to the effect that Trillo would never be nice to Max?
No. Well, I mean, he could.
Let's put a pin in that one. Let's put it in the maybe pile. Does the ring prove it?
No. Well,
Does Russell's autopsy report prove it?
no.
Does the treasure chest prove it?
No.
Does this bottle of pepper prove it?
No. I'm pretty sure the bottle that the glass bottle that you passed may prove it, just like the broken one. Maybe.
What glass bottle? Oh, you mean
The broken
you mean the pepper-
bottle?
Oh, you must mean the pepper bottle.
No, I think I know what I mean.
I don't know why you're calling it broken. This bottle, which is the only bottle in our inventory, is perfectly intact.
Oh yeah, because that's what I'm talking about, obviously.
Yes, there are no other bottles in our inventory. None whatsoever.
Yeah, not the broken glass bottle that was smashed over Ben's head.
I mean, if it
Hey.
doesn't count as a.
Bluffing is everything in this world, but I'm sure you've already learned that.
I guess I can give it a shot.
The witness will resume his testimony.
I don't know what statement. Oh, we just do it on the good evening statement, I guess. Present the broken bottle on the good evening
All right,
statement.
I'll try presenting this empty inventory square that has nothing in it. That has nothing in it.
Trillo, is it not true that you had a fight with Max on the day of the murder?
A fight?
A fight over Regina, to be exact, because that's gross,
they're-
but
Who
it didn't
they're
happen.
who they're both entirely too old for.
It wasn't that big of a deal. It was just an argument, a disagreement at most.
A disagreement usually doesn't end with someone getting clunked over the head. That morning, Ben got clobbered over the head by Max, didn't he?
What? Is that an admission of assault and battery? Ouch!
Before we handle that, we should wrap up the defendant's murder charge first.
Truth is that on the day of the crime, the defendant and witness had a huge fight. There's absolutely no way they would have suddenly become cordial that evening. Moreover, just consider the personality of the witness on the stand.
The totally fucked personality of the witness, who is 31 years old, trying to propose to a 16-year-old.
Yeah, no one is talking about
There's
that.
no way a puppet this lewd would just up and say good evening to his rival. I mean, look at him. Gah!
Are you saying this witness is lying? That he is trying to frame the defendant by claiming to have seen him at the crime scene?
I didn't tell a single lie. Honestly, I just.
That's enough from you, Mr. Quist. Mr. Wright,
Yes, Your Honor.
let's clarify this testimony for the court. Could you explain your theory about who the witness actually saw that night?
He saw.
He
He didn't see anyone. He saw the
He
defendant.
didn't see anyone. Ooh.
He saw the defendant. He saw a different person. He saw a different person. It is my belief that the witness did indeed see someone that night. It was just someone else. That's who he said good evening to.
What kind of theory is that?
The correct one, Miss
Oh,
Von
fuck
Karma.
you, Mr. Wright.
Furthermore, I don't believe the person the witness saw was Max at all.
What?
If he had truly met Max that night, there would have been no greeting at all. Which means that there is only one proper answer. The person the witness saw that night was not Maximilian Galactica. That's why Trillo made the effort to greet whoever it was that he saw that evening. Or good evening, as he put it.
Ah!
What in the world? You...
Would the defense kindly explain who it was that Trillo saw that evening, then?
He saw... Money the Monkey!
God.
He saw Maya Fey! He saw his shadow persona.
Oh my god.
He saw Detective
saw
Dick
his-
Gumshoe. He saw Franziska von Kama. She's so pretty.
He's so pretty. She is, though.
He saw Regina Berry.
He
saw
saw.
Mo the Clown.
Yeah, you know, he didn't see the one that was murdered at all. No, definitely not.
Alright, Leon S. Kennedy's killer. Canonically.
Wait, Leon died?
Yeah,
He did.
Wow.
Russell Berry murdered Leon S. Kennedy. Regina told us last session. This is
Considering
the
the
face
ill
of
temper.
Leon's killer.
Considering the ill temper of the witness, there's only one person he would greet. Your mom.
It must be Regina. It's Regina, right? She's so cute.
No, Your Honor. It is not Regina. If it was Regina, Trillo would have given her the engagement ring as a present.
And his dick.
Oh, yeah, I suppose you've got a point there.
It was Russell Berry, the victim himself, was it not?
You are correct. It was indeed Russell Berry. The person you saw that evening was the victim, the ringmaster Russell Berry. That's why you greeted him, Trillo. Isn't that correct?
Gulp.
Answer the question, Mr. Quist.
Wah!
Order! Order! How do you respond to this?
What? Well, wait a second. Well, at first I thought it was the damn old man. But once I got a better look at him, it was obviously Maximilian Galactica.
They look so similar after all.
I think it is high time that we clear the air about this question. Mr. Quist obviously witnessed a single person in the area of the plaza that evening. I don't know how we're extrapolating their marital status, but here we go. The problem is identifying exactly who that person was. Was it Maximilian Galactica, or was it the Ringmaster, one Mr. Russell Berry? Because they're so similar in body shape, as you can see from these two.
Wow, I see no difference between them.
Or was it the Ringmaster, one Mr. Russell Berry?
The prosecution argues that it was the defendant that the witness saw that night. The witness has clearly stated that he saw the defendant's 3 symbols that only the defendant can bear, obviously.
3 symbols.
The Phoenix Target. Alright, this is getting fucking old. Come on, man. You've got to remember that by now. Are you ready? Here we go again. Everyone, all together now. Ow!
Yes, be knows, the silk hats, the cloaks, the white roses. Objection! I did not know, actually.
Oh, a cloak. Anyone can wear them. They even look good on me, I think.
What for that?
Well, the witness has endlessly repeated that he saw Max's 3 symbols. However, how do we really know it was Maximilian Galactica? It could have been someone else dressed up as him. Possibly even Russell Berry. And why would he want to wear that? I don't know.
Because it was cold that night.
Miss Von Kong, do you have clear evidence that the person the witness saw was the defendant?
Well,
If that's the case, then it is impossible for me to make a judgment at this point.
Yes, I think we finally won the point in this one.
Welcome to Ace Attorney, the game where everything's made up and the points don't matter.
That is very unfortunate.
Huh?
You're just a little too excited for your own good, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
What do you mean by that?
You merely
I
established one thing from this business. What's up, boy?
Nothing.
Were you going to talk about how pretty Franziska is? Because we already know.
Well, she is really pretty.
She is. We sent for her even though she's a bitch.
You established that this witness saw one person in the plaza that night. I applaud you on your effort, but who that person was can only be answered by the next witness.
Dun dun dun. Huh?
Your Honor, the prosecution will provide, beyond the shadow of a doubt, an answer to that question, and evidence that clearly establishes one thing. That there is no one other than Maximilian Galactica responsible for this crime.
Very well. The court will take a 10-minute recess. Yay! During that time, I request the prosecution prepare their next witness. Court is now in recess. Dibs on the tetherball.
To be continued.
Sweetie, you have to believe me. I didn't go anywhere near that crime scene.
So then, where were you when the murder took place?
We talked about it yesterday, remember? I was in the Ringmaster's room.
While you were there, it was the Ringmaster who left the room, right?
And he stole your silk hat and cloak, with white roses on.
Exactly. He told me to wait in the room because he would be right back.
That's when the Ringmaster headed to the scene of the crime, right?
That's what it seems like.
But the Ringmaster must have been wearing Max's costume, right?
Oh, sweetie, I just remembered. I went straight to the Ringmaster's room, still dressed in my stage clothes. But when I got there, I went ahead and took the costume off.
Which means...
It means that the Ringmaster could have taken his costume while looking like Max.
Fabulous! That's a fabulously possible possibility.
Well done, Nick.
However, sweetie, why would the ringmaster want to dress up like me? Isn't that a bit strange?
Hmm.
If you think about it, all they found at the crime scene was my silk hat. What about my cloak and the white roses therein? Where did that go?
Double. Hmm.
Wow, Max, I never thought of that. You should be a detective or something.
Well, I was never quite sure what to be when I grew up, magician or president. You have no idea how hard it was to make a decision.
That's really cool.
Fabulous. This mystery just keeps getting deeper.
And we're back to the floor.
Now that everyone is back, let's get started. The court is now back in session. Ms. Von Kahn, please proceed with the prosecution's case.
Very well. I will now call my next witness. A pitiful clown with the unfortunate distinction of having seen the entire scene. Will Mr. Lawrence Curls please take the stand?
Guys, hold on a minute. I just made something in the stands.
Did you?
I did.
I'm not going to risk pulling up my Discord right now because this setup tonight is a house of cards.
Okay.
It will be there after for you, Mikey. It's funny. Why did she just call him a pitiful clown?
Because she met him. The witness will state his name and occupation for the court record.
In West Philadelphia, born and raised on the playgrounds where...
Name and occupation!
Will the witness please inform the court why he is speaking autobiographical gibberish? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just not used to being in court. I've never been in a courtroom in my life. I wasn't quite sure what joke is best suited to this sort of occasion. What in the world are you talking about? You're in a grand hall of justice, not some comedy club. Since it's easy to see your occupation, you fucking clown, please state your name for the court.
Oh, yeah.
Hall of Justice for
Maybe-
pedophiles.
Maybe this joke is okay. Mom, do I have to wear pants? The sign only says no shirt, no suit, no shoes, no service. Okay, how about this? Have you met my proctologist? Dr. Seymour Butts. How was that one? But a couple of clowns who were up to no good. Your name?
Lawrence Curls, professional funny man, also known as Mo the Clown.
Professional funny man, are you out of a job or something?
That
You
was the
witnessed the
point-
scene at
the
around
portfolio.
10:15 p.m. the day of the murder, correct?
Yes it is. Very well, Mr. Curls. Will you please testify to what you saw that evening?
A rabbi, a priest, and a Rastafarian walked into this plaza.
Without humor, please.
Okay. Aw, poor Mo can't be his normal stoochy self in court.
Anyways, guys, I gotta go. So have fun with this. See you
Okay,
later.
good night.
Alligator.
Okay, good night, Elf Boy.
Good
Sweet
night.
dreams.
Good night.
Have a good one.
What you witnessed.
I know. I'm not the greatest comedian in the world. I haven't been able to make people laugh for 10 years. No matter what I say, all I get in return is a vacant stare and polite applause. Since no one ever laughs at my jokes, I've taken to laughing at them myself. It's a bad habit, but hey, at least I've tried. Imagine my predicament. I'm a clown who can't make people laugh. I'm almost useless. I keep trying. I even tried to come up with jokes just for today. This atmosphere is very nerve-wracking. I decided to try making everyone laugh. Seriously, everyone, what do you think of me? How am I doing?
Aren't we the ones supposed to be asking you the questions here?
Witness? Huh? We will listen to your call for help after the court proceedings are over. Just please stick to the facts of this case. Really? You'll really hear me out? Well, I'll make sure that one of my staff will be your straight man later. Thank you, I can't wait.
Poor Gumshoe.
Now that that's settled, shall we begin once again with the testimony?
Of course we can. I'll talk for as long as you want.
What you witnessed.
The night of the murder, after practice was over, I went straight back to my room. You have no idea how tired I was that night. I was pooped. I thought I'd go straight to sleep, but before I did, I glanced out the window. That's when I saw two silhouettes. They were a bit far away, though. It was the ringmaster, and he was with Max, who was wearing his cloak. I kept watching them, and all of a sudden, Max clocked the ringmaster over the head.
That's very interesting. If this eyewitness account is to be believed, I have enough to pass judgment right now.
Da-da-da-da! Of course you can. There is no way that this account can be criticized.
However, the witness is a bit, how do you say, a fuck. Almost like he has some sort of atmosphere of guilt surrounding him.
That must be because of my insincere smile.
Mr. Wright, please begin the defense's cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor.
Nick, you've got to find some kind of contradiction in his testimony.
I know that,
Mr. Wright,
Your Honor.
I'm afraid that if you push this witness too far, it would bring disaster upon the court. Thus, I sincerely hope you are not going to engage in pointless saber rattling.
I understand, Your Honor.
If you cause this clown to stray from the facts, I'll hold you responsible, Red Text.
Does that mean I lose stuff? Why am I responsible? I'm not the one with the corny jokes.
What you witnessed.
Thankfully, thanks to the power of this modern court, we can save scum through it. So yeah, suppressing certain statements will cause you to lose health at this point, just with this witness.
Okay. Well, I mean, the statement seems safe to press. Probably. You say that practice wrapped up around 10 p.m., correct?
See, that's the thing.
Huh?
How exactly am I supposed to make a joke about 10 p.m.? Now, 8 o'clock? That's something a clown can riff off. Let's just pretend it was 8 o'clock. That way I can make a great joke.
Alright, 8 o'clock then.
You know you want to hear a joke. A man goes to his doctor, and the doctor asks, "How is number 1?" The man says, "Every day at 6." Witness, these are exactly the type of jokes you should say for that detective. Ow!
Ow!
You know what would happen. Don't look at me like that.
Mr. Wright, you are hereby penalized.
2 things lost for that, what the
This will not become a kangaroo court.
Oh, it's more like the one. This is stupid. Why are we losing things for this? Such a stupid way to be penalized.
You wanna try that again and say let's not?
Yeah. You see the practice wrapped up? Thing is, let's not make it 8 p.m. All right, Mo.
What do you mean let's not? Don't take the clown out of the clowning around. Come on, Nick, just listen to his joke.
There are 3 reasons why I don't want to. 1, I probably won't laugh. 2, I'll get hit with a penalty. 3, I'll get whipped. Will the witness just proceed with his factual testimony?
You were so boring.
Okay. Okay, I don't think that's going to be important. Press? You just happened to glance out of the window.
You could say that. You could also say I peeked, stared, glimpsed, peeped, eyeball.
Mr. Curls!
I guess synonyms aren't allowed either.
What should I do? I wonder if I should press him further on this issue. Keep pressing, I guess. Exactly why did you look out of your window that night?
Why? Why? Clowns don't need a reason to look out their windows, do they?
That's not what I meant. I meant that, well, when we spoke yesterday,
Once I tucked myself into bed, I heard this amazing noise. It was incredibly loud. It sounded like a giant thump. Oh yeah! I forgot about that. You forgot?
Your Honor, the witness looked out his window upon hearing a loud noise. He not just simply glanced out of his window that night.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot to mention that. Oh, didn't I? Oh yeah, loud. That's not something you just forget to mention.
Yeah, what she said. I believe it would be best if Mo were to revise his testimony.
Very well. Mr. Curls, please provide your testimony.
Let's just start turning tables in our favor. No more fucking clown jokes.
I heard a
Press!
huge noise outside the window, and that's what made me take a look outside. And we're going to save our game.
What was the sound like?
Well, I guess it kind of sounded like. I guess you could say.
Mr. Curls, may the court remind you that humor is unnecessary.
Oh, how do you know I was gonna make a joke? I guess that the sound sounded like. I suppose it sounded like someone getting hit with something very hard. Yep, that's what it sounded like. Honestly.
Someone getting hit, huh?
But then, you went to look out the window and you saw... That's when I saw the two silhouettes. They were a bit far away, though.
Press. Far away, you say? That's exactly how far away were they?
Let me think about that for a second. If my room is here, and they looked about yay big, I'd say they were about 30 feet from my window. Just 30 feet. That's not far at all. It was snowing that night, and it cut down on visibility.
I see. Please continue with your testimony regarding the two shadows that you saw.
Press. You'd say you clearly saw this, even though you were, by your own admission, far away.
That's right. I've been thinking about it over and over since that night. This didn't really make sense until I spoke with the prosecutor, Miss Von Karma. She's so pretty. But now I am 100% certain that it was Max and the Ringmaster that I saw that night, and also that Miss Von Karma is pretty. Just think about it. How can I be wrong if Max is always wearing his uppity symbols?
Uppity symbols.
Lawyers nowadays, do you even have to go to a school anymore to be one? Alright, everyone knows what to do. All together now. Say it with Uncle Mo. See what I mean? It's always like this. The crowd never wants to go along with me. I must really be utterly and completely worthless as a clown. Yowza! Enough foolishness. Get back on track.
Will the witness please testify as to what he saw, and only what he saw?
Press. You say you saw the Ringmaster get clonked over the head.
Yes, I did. It's the climax of my story.
Really does enjoy the completely random, non-sequitur. What would you say the victim was struck with?
You mean the weapon? I have no idea. The weapon wasn't found at the murder scene, right?
That's not what I meant. You did say you did say you did see everything, didn't you?
Well, yeah, I suppose I did. Wait, no, I didn't. I didn't see a weapon.
Mo! Did you or did you not see the crime of murder committed that night?
I will not permit you to harass my witness in this manner. You'd better have an excellent reason for attacking this poor clown who sucks and nobody likes. Because if you don't, you know what is waiting for you. A nice penalty.
God, that's a really big penalty. Isn't this a bit melodramatic?
So what will it be then, picky boy? Do you have any clear basis to believe that my witness did not see the crime?
Of course I do!
Do you want to
Probably.
double check the court record first?
Yeah. Yeah! Okay, it's not the attorney's badge. It's not Maya's Wakatama. I mean, I don't think it's the crime photo. Okay, the hat. Don't think it's that. Oh my god, it shows all the core features. I didn't know that it showed that.
Silk hat, cloak, white roses.
Okay. Okay.
Money the monkey.
Okay. 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 I don't think.
Okay, so I don't actually remember what the specific solution here is, but my gut feeling as to what it is the autopsy report because Mo heard two like noises and Russell was allegedly only hit once.
Yeah.
So are we?
Of
So are
course
we?
it's definitely of course I do.
Okay.
I've got a great reason to make my claim.
And I suppose you will be telling us all that great reason.
Of course I will. The reason is with his very own testimony.
What is the meaning of that, Mr. Wright?
Mo said he heard a sound like a thump of someone getting hit.
He did say that.
However, Mo just stated the following under oath.
I kept watching them, and all of a sudden, Max clonked the ringmaster over the head.
And Mo was to be believed when he says, he looked out the window upon hearing a sound. Then, oh my god, go away, Kitty. There's no way that he could have seen Max clonk anyone.
Is Mal watching the stream too?
Yeah, she's just going in front of it, and I can't see anything. She's like, bro. Bro.
And you're like, down in front. In 1972, a clock.
Mr. Curls, how do you respond to Mr. Wright's assessment?
They didn't commit. These clowns promptly escaped from a maximum security clown car.
Mr. Curls, are you reciting the A-Team theme to anger this court?
No. I'm just stalling for time while I jog my memory. Great job, Nick.
These types of witnesses always seem to have a selective memory. You just have to peel back the layers of the clown makeup to find the truth.
You just have to peel back the layers of the clown. They're like ogres or onions. They have layers.
Oh, for God.
Well,
Oh, you're back from your jog?
well, it pretty much happened the way I said.
Pretty much.
When I looked out my window that night, the ringmaster was already face down in the snow. The prosecution helped me fill in the gaps in my statement.
Von Karma. Tampering with witnesses yet again.
What you going to do about it, bitch?
So now you were saying that you did not see the defendant clonk the ringmaster?
Yes. When I looked out my window, the ringmaster had already checked out.
Checked out.
Yep, he was on permanent vacation, as they say.
Mr. Curls!
Your Honor.
You did not witness the actual crime. However, you still say you saw the criminal, correct?
Yes, exactly. The ringmaster was slumped over, and I saw someone's silhouette next to him.
Very well, then please testify to this silhouette you saw. I expect the truth. And if I even catch a hint of a joke from you, I will put you in a holding cell until you learn court etiquette. Got it?
Got it.
Yikes.
Silhouette. It was a bit far away, but the shadow could only have belonged to Max. There's no doubting it, especially since I saw his uppity symbols. His silk hat, that black cloak. Both his symbols. They were both there. His face was silhouetted, but there was no doubt that it was him. His cloak was fluttering in the wind, so I couldn't really see what he was carrying.
2 symbols.
It does seem as if the defendant was at the scene of the crime.
It took the clown long enough to get his facts straight. But whatever. This should finally be good enough. Yes, picky boy?
It is decisive testimony.
Was Max really at the crime scene that night?
He said he wasn't there. We have to believe in that.
All right, Mr. Wright, commence your cross-examination.
The silhouette. Alright, let's just save our game before we go pressing anything, just in case.
It was a bit far away, but the shadow could only have belonged to Max. Press it, I guess. Don't you think that you were going a little overboard with how explicit you're being?
Yeah, well, tone down the swearing.
That shadow belonged to Max. It's an awfully firm statement, don't you think?
What are you getting at?
I'm just saying that one of your fellow performers' life is on the line here. Are you truly 100% absolutely certain that it was Max?
I'm not the kind of person who would lie about something as serious as this. The silhouette I saw was Max. I'm convinced of that. I'm also convinced that Max deserves the electric chair. Mostly for pursuing Regina, but also because of this murder thing.
It doesn't seem like he is jumping to any conclusions this time. Let's go over this again then. What makes you so sure that you saw Max that night?
There's no doubting it, especially since I saw his 2 uppity symbols.
2. Press. Trillo said the same thing. But with just the symbols, then even I could have been wearing them.
I, Phoenix Wright, could have killed Russell Berry.
He explained to the murder. What if someone had just taken Max's symbols and worn them?
I thought of that myself. But just looking at the shape of the face I saw, it must have been Max.
You're sure of that?
Such a silly little boy. Don't judge me. He threw his entire case headlong into a trap. His silk hat, that black cloak, they were both there.
Press. You're sure that that's what you saw that night?
Exactly what I said I saw is exactly what I saw. I got eyes like a hawk. Caw-caw, caw-caw.
Young birds have terrible night vision.
Caw. But that's not all I saw. His face was silhouetted, but there was no doubt that it was him.
Press. You were able to see that kind of detail from your window.
Except for the light needs a scene of the crime. Anyone with decent eyesight should have been able to see that much.
Out of curiosity, Mo, what is your eyesight like?
I can see like a hawk out of my left eye, and an eagle out of my right eye. Our records say his eyesight is a perfect 20/20.
That must mean he could have seen the crime scene clearly.
The more we look into this matter, the more suspicious it becomes.
Hey, you asked me what my eyesight was like, not what it actually was. His cloak was fluttering in the wind, so I couldn't really see what he was carrying.
Press. So you didn't actually see what the criminal was holding.
That's correct. I've been curious to know what caused that loud noise. It must have been something incredibly hard, like my dick.
Too bad they haven't found the murder weapon to know for sure.
They claim it was a blunt object. At least it says so in the autopsy report.
With Trillo's state testimony and now Mo's, it really seems like Max is the killer. Well, except for one little thing.
Nick, you've got to find a contradiction in this.
Not going to be enough.
What?
I have to prove that Mo saw someone other than Max that night. That's the only thing that will help. I've got to do it. Yep.
Alright, so you got any ideas about what to present where?
Next statement. Next statement. And then present the poster, because that says all the symbols. You say you saw all of Max's uppity symbols.
I suppose so. The silk hat and the cloak. That's both of them. That's all of them, right?
Mo. Everyone knows that Maximilian Galactica has 3 uppity symbols.
3 symbols? Yay! Everyone get ready! All together now. Silk hat, cloak, white roses, you fuck! What the? Who cares if he knows that there were 3 of them? He saw what he saw, and he saw the symbols. He just forgot to mention one. Isn't that right, Mo? Do you like pie? I love pie. 3.141. Silence, fool. You are to respond with the whole truth. No fractions. Get it, get it. It's a math joke.
So funny.
Order! Order!
Mo, you didn't see the roses, did you?
To be honest, there weren't any roses on the person I saw. The crime scene was dark. It's obvious it was too dark to see that kind of detail.
Then you just say there was light. But the witness said he was able to see the silhouette of the criminal's face. Not to mention that the roses are white. There's no way he could have missed them.
See? See? The roses are white.
They are.
Then the roses must have fallen off when the defendant assaulted the victim.
If that were the case, then the police would have found them near the crime scene.
Mr. Wright, are these white roses truly material to the facts of this case?
Clearly not. He's just toying with his court.
We are on the ropes now. These seemingly insignificant facts have never failed to lead me to the truth yet. Someone's toying with the court, but it's not me! Your Honor, do you recall Trillo's testimony?
There's no way I could mistake someone wearing those 3 ridiculous symbols.
That there are 3 of.
How can you make someone with that crazy get-up and his nose stuck up so high up his own ass? How could you make someone wearing such a snobby 3-piece get-up?
That there are 3 pieces of.
Trillo saw them all. Trillo saw all three of Max's symbols. However, this witness claims there were no white roses on the person he saw. There is absolutely no doubt that this is a contradiction.
Now, what am I supposed to think? One is
Nothing.
supposed to disregard the pointless, but this.
Judge, forget the roses. Think about his other testimony. The witness has stated without a doubt that he saw Maximilian Galactica. Nothing else matters. Let's wrap this case up now, please.
Your Honor, it may be trivial, but it does cast doubt on the prosecution's case.
Frankly, I have my doubts about this witness. It seems that, unlike wine, the witness has not grown more mature with age because he is a fucking clown. I'm not mature? I've come to a conclusion. I'm 99% certain that this witness saw the defendant. My remaining 1% of doubt is quite reasonable, which means that for my peace of mind, I'm going to request a bit more testimony.
What?
If there are no contradictions in his next statement, I am prepared to issue a ruling.
Ruling.
Heck, this is your last chance.
The silhouette. Part 2.
There's no doubt in my mind.
There's no doubt in my mind. There were no white roses that night. However, all of the other symbols were there.
I'm equally sure of that. Especially the silk hat. There's no way I could forget seeing the decorations on it. He was wearing it the entire time he was on the scene. It never left his head. Not for a nanosecond.
Mr. Wright, you've got one last chance.
Just one chance.
I will not allow even the slightest hint of badgering against this witness. If you are going to prove to me there's a contradiction with Mr. Curls' statement, you better have at least a shred of evidence to back up your accusations.
Only got a single shot at this. Gotta be careful. Aw,
So-
we can't poke him. I understand, Your Honor. One chance is all I will need.
So I'm pretty sure what the judge is saying here is no pressing, just present.
Hmm.
So maybe we should go over the court record one more time, just so all the evidence is fresh in your mind as you go over each statement.
Yep. Attorney's badge. Mm-hmm. All important. Magatama. We don't need that. Crime photo. Slump body. So sad.
May Leon's killer rest in peace.
No. Next one. The Soul Cat, which we haven't used yet, so I think that probably will be important.
Made to order hat that is a symbol of Max's
Fabulousness!
found at the crime scene.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Would you wear those shoes?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. Also, I just got the first battery is low. Please charge. Warning from my headphones. So we're probably not going to go that far over tonight.
But we don't need that. Probably not important.
Money the monkey.
We don't need that. Nope. Nope. Don't think we need this either. I don't know what the pepper's for, but I haven't seen anything that needs pepper yet.
Well, it's for sprinkling on your food.
Okay, so it's not that statement.
There were no white roses. Both of the other symbols were there. Especially the silk hat. And he was wearing the
Yeah.
silk hat the entire time.
So we present the silk hat because it was found at the crime scene, which means that it fell off his head. This wouldn't happen to be a silk hat you saw that night, would it?
Yep, that's it. That's the hat he was wearing that night.
No question in your mind.
Sorry about that, my Discord just froze for a second.
Yeah, I could tell.
Exactly how would one mistake a thing like that?
I see.
Is there some sort of problem, Mr. Wright?
Miss Von Karma,
He's so pretty.
where exactly was the silk hat found?
Must you always ask these questions? It was found at the crime scene. The crime scene? That means...
The silk hat fell off at the crime scene. However, the witness clearly testified to the contrary. The witness stated that he was wearing it the entire time that he was on the scene.
No! That's not true! That's impossible!
Order! 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 Mr. Curls!
Yes, Your Honor.
What is the meaning of all this? You are old enough to know better than to behave like this in court.
Hey, that's just not right. That's so harsh.
What's not right here is your eyesight and your memory, amongst other things. Like your wardrobe.
Why are you being so mean to me? What did I do? Let me guess. You just didn't like my jokes or something, right? You didn't have to go and insult my eyesight or my memory or my fashion sense. They're all great. Seriously, why? Just because you're sitting above me, no matter how old I get, I'll always be younger than you. Wow!
Enough of these childish outbursts, Mr. Curls. Who do you think you are?
I saw him. I swear I saw him. It was Max. Even if he didn't have his roses, he was still wearing his dumb silk hat. I'm telling the truth. He's turned into a brand little kid.
It's pitiful, isn't it?
He left the scene wearing that dumb silk hat. He was there.
He left the scene.
What's the matter, Nick?
Something I've been mulling over for a while now. Mo,
What do you want?
you said that he left the scene. Exactly how did the murderer leave the scene of the crime?
What? He went? What do you mean? How did he leave the scene? You can't ask me that. Mr. Phoenix Wright is badgering the witness, Your Honor.
This witness's testimony is so full of holes, Miss Von Karma's protest is useless.
You've got a point. Let's hear what the witness has to say on this matter. Is that all right with you, little guy?
Don't talk to me like I'm a little baby. Besides, what kind of stupid question is how did he leave the crime scene? The answer's obvious. He just turned around and walked away.
What I expected, you say. You sure that's how it happened?
Say what? Well, I'm not sure I know exactly where you're going with this. Lawyers nowadays sure do love to harp on the smallest things. Do you have any proof to counter his story as to how the criminal left the scene?
Do you?
The photograph of the crime scene, because there was no photo print.
There was no...
That died, right? Footprints? Yeah. Yeah. That's the
Yeah,
evidence.
Only the victim's footprints.
Yeah.
Present.
Look at this picture. The problem is the footprints in the snow.
Footprints?
In this photo, we can clearly see the footprints of the victim. However, where are the criminal's footprints? Where are the criminal's footprints? Where are they, sir?
OBS is giving me shit too now.
Oh. What's it doing?
It took a minute for the rest of that line to load. However, where are the criminal's footprints? They aren't there. Ay ay ay.
So Mo, exactly how did the criminal escape the scene? Your Honor! The witness has already proven that his testimony is completely unreliable. I move to strike all of this witness's testimony from the court record.
I agree. This clown's testimony is as rickety as the clown card he came to court in. Wait just a second!
You guys can't just ignore everything I've said. Fine, fine, I'll tell you the truth this time. You wait a second. I think you've said more than enough for today.
That didn't hurt. I'm sick and tired of listening to you anyways.
I'll give you the real deal this time, I swear. I don't know why, but I get the feeling things are gonna get worse before they get better.
Mr. Lawrence Curls.
Yes?
The testimony you provided up until now has been false.
It hasn't been false, I haven't lied,
It's just what?
It's just I was a bit confused on the bit about the criminal leaving the scene. Especially since Von Karma and her whip told me not to talk about what I really saw. Her whip can talk, by the way, that's freaking scary.
Order! Order! I will have order! Franziska Von Karma, you're so pretty. How could you?
Da-da-da-da! Your Honor, if you had heard the truth from this witness, you would have exactly the same opinion as I have.
What opinion is that?
It's not funny.
That's enough out of you. I'm going to listen to what he has to say. Now then, let's hear the truth about what you say you saw, Mr. Curls.
Ha! You're not gonna believe this, but it's all true, I tell you. Try not to waste our time with your idiotic drivel.
The truth.
Now it's time for our next segment, Mo Knows. Everything that I've said up until now has been the truth. When I looked out the window, the ringmaster was down and Max was standing above him. He wasn't wearing his white roses, but he was wearing the silk hat. What I saw, he...
Okay.
This is the truth now, get ready for it. He flew! He jumped up and flew through the air. He flew right off and disappeared into the darkness. That's why there were no footprints. Flying people don't leave footprints. Da-da-da-da! I told you it wasn't funny. Do you believe me now?
Well, that was, how do you put this into words?
Maximilian Galactica is a world-class magician, but to leave the scene of a crime by flying, there's no way that actually happened.
You're right.
Why is she right? You believe the other witnesses. Why don't you believe me, especially since it's the best part of the story?
To be honest, this is the first time I've heard of a flying criminal. What do you think about this witness's testimony, Mr. Wright?
His eyes were playing tricks. He's telling the truth. This is all a dream, right?
So what do you think of this witness's testimony, Mr. Wright?
I think this is all a dream, right? Right now, I can't believe any of this. I'm sure this day hasn't been some kind of... Oh, I don't know what that word is. Kafkaesque?
Kafkaesque.
Kafkaesque dream? I don't know what that means.
It means like the villain from Final Fantasy VI.
Okay. Ow!
Now do you think it's still a dream, huh, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
Yeah, I just wanted her to slap me. That's all I wanted.
I suppose I will let you all in on my thinking regarding this matter. The criminal disappeared into the sky. I would love to believe that, because if people could fly, that would be cool as shit. But I just can't wrap my head around how that could actually happen.
You imbecile.
If you disregard a need for proof, Miss Von Karma's case is sound. However, I've got the feeling that this case is in dire need of more investigation. Thus, I will conclude today's proceedings at this point. It's
an undisputed fact that the criminal left no footprints at the scene. Tomorrow, I want us to find out the reason behind this mystery of mysteries. I believe that's enough for today. Court is adjourned. Hey, sweeties! What in the world is going on?
That's what I want to know.
They said that the criminal flew off into the air and disappeared.
Max, I can't believe I'm asking this, but you didn't fly that night, did you?
I know you didn't mean to ask me such a fabulously stupid question. I can't fly whenever I please. It's not that easy. But it looks so effortless for you on stage. It's not that simple. I'm not actually flying on stage. I use invisible wires and have them hoist me through the air. Wow, you just told me the secret to your magic. No! I broke the first rule, the cardinal rule, the only rule!
I'm sorry, Max.
We're going to have to behead you now.
We made you break a magician's creed to never reveal the secret to their tricks.
For which the punishment is beheading. Nick, what do we do now? We cut his head off, obviously.
All we can do now is hope we find the flying criminal in court tomorrow.
Great idea. Let's do our best to catch this sucker. Okay, glad we beat the clock there. Save your progress up to this point? Yes. Alright, and that's gonna be it for tonight, Twitch chat. Hope y'all had fun. Hope y'all will join us for this again. Hope y'all will join us on Starburst channel tomorrow for more Shin Megami Tensei. Hopefully. We missed yesterday because of Windows fuckery. And then hopefully you'll come back here the day after for the next investigation. Bye, Twitch chat. Loves y'all.
My Twitch crowd loves ya.
Are you sure you want to stop the stream?